singles. Okay. Ready? This script's been around almost as long as you have in Hollywood, haven't you? As far as you know, your career is concerned, you knew it with Lawrence a long time ago.
Right. I was aware of this script, I think, when I was making Silverado, and that's kind of how I built my career, was on what I thought were good stories and good scripts. So I always kind of sniff them out, you know, and it doesn't matter to me. In fact, most of the movies I've ever made have been kind of problematic movies in a sense. People either didn't want to make them or they were in turnaround for the most part.
I heard that a long time ago this was going to be Barbra Streisand and Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting. I think there would have
That'd
been a lot
great.
of fighting there or something, but it would have been interesting.
Yeah, well, that would have been great casting, you know, I think. And so now it's Whitney Houston and Kev.
Yeah, I don't know who else could have done this in the ladies. It had to be really a legitimate singer. It couldn't be some actress that you're faking it
That's
with.
what I felt. That's what I felt. And you talk about the experience level, but you know, when you start to ask an actress that's well known, even a popular actress that you like, you know, enjoy, for them to make that jump, that they're that, you know, you always know in some way that it's an acting job. It's not. And because Whitney had never been in a movie, that bridge suddenly, it was like you were actually getting a more in-depth look at her life, you know, so she could take on it as her life a little
Yeah, I think, and you also buy the concept that she could be in danger or that someone would be a fan of hers because she's basically not playing herself,
right,
but she
exactly.
is into a way.
Yeah.
How have you changed really in this 20 years? I was looking back at some old tapes. I saw an old tape we did of Silverado. That's been quite a while. How has Kevin, the actor and the person, changed since you hit town here?
Well, you know, we all change. We all go through things, but what's important is what's the same, which is my love of movies, my desire to be in good movies, to you know, wait for them, you know, and try. And that hasn't changed. You know, I've had to deal with things that, you know, certain instances you could only dream about because I could never imagine. And I got a pretty big imagination. So there are things flying in front of me that I have to deal with. But, you know, hopefully I've, you know, gotten smarter about stuff. And but my basic, the thing that drives me, the thing that's gotten me to right here is still intact, which is, you know, I believe in the movie. I believe more in the script than I do myself. You know, I won't be in a movie that doesn't have a great script.